Hello everyone and welcome back to Closets Gaming. Today we are going to take a look at Neversong. This indie adventure game promises to provide you with a great story about serious topics while retaining the action of an action RPG all wrapped around with great music. Whether it can deliver on its promises is the question we will try to answer today. Neversong is available on Steam for €14.99, or your regional equivalent. You wake up. The dream you dreamed of is gone, and so is your sunshine-filled life. Your girlfriend has vanished, and your friends think you are the reason why. The world is suddenly more frightening than even your worst nightmare. The Barton-stylized action-adventure RPG game with a bit of Miyazaki's Spirited Away thrown in for good measure scared me quite a few times. Neversong, originally called Once Upon a Coma, is the brainchild of Thomas Brush. He has decided to tackle topics not that often tackled by video games. And for a lot of more casual gamers, these topics might be just too much. The main protagonist is a young boy named Pete. Pete has just awoken from a coma only to find out his girlfriend has vanished. Obviously, he heads out to find her and you get to watch him on his uneasy journey. The citizens of the small city he lives in suddenly treat him differently. Instead of being friends with him, they're now distant or even hostile. But you do need to talk to them as they are your only source of information about what happened when you were in a coma. The story itself was intriguing, stylish in the form of little rhymes, but certainly not children's rhymes. Sadly, the rest of the game did not make me so happy. Instead, the rest of the mechanics prevented me from truly enjoying the story. But first, the graphic style. This is always subjective. Some will love the Tim Burton style and others won't. I personally found it endearing. The strange combination of horror and childlike sense of wonder that eliminates a lot of details just spoke to me. But the details are there, just hidden in plain sight all around you, and some of the questions the story raises have to be answered by you yourself. Over time, Pete goes through 5 different environments in which he has to solve puzzles to progress further and save his girlfriend Ren. The environments were diverse, but I did have a problem with the puzzles. Often, I just had no idea of what I should do. So I focused on the story and I truly wanted to know why I'm passing through the dark underground. But then I got to a puzzle which required frustrating amounts of backtracking and all the engagement was gone. The fact that the story focuses on such heavy topics just did not fit with the frustrating puzzles. You want to focus on thinking about the topics, but that isn't allowed. You need to think about the puzzles. And vice versa, you cannot think about the puzzles because you're thinking about the story. Perhaps a more linear approach would have benefited the game just a bit more. At the end of each of the environments, there is a boss awaiting you. The bosses again are quite hard, and this is where the challenge in the combat system comes through. The regular mobs don't really give you that much trouble, but beating the bosses is a different story. You need to find their weak point while evading their attacks while destroying their minions. Yes, there are harder games in terms of boss fights, but certainly do not underestimate them in Neversong. After you defeat a boss, you get your sweet reward. A bit of equipment needed to get through the next zone, and a part of a song. The notes have to be played on the piano in Pete's house and that opens up the next zone. This and other such details made me want to play more of Neversong. But here's the problem with Neversong. The game tackles topics games do not tackle often. And it does that well. In the story. But whenever you give your audience topics that require thinking, you should not take them away from the topics. And Neversong did that quite often. The not so great puzzles, wandering around without any idea where you're going, and a lackluster combat system that only shines through in boss fights take you away. Yet, I think I will recommend the game. For 15 bucks, it is a gem for all those who love a great story and great music and games. So, that's it for today, guys. I hope you like the review, and if you do, please consider giving it a like, comment, sharing it with your friends, subscribing to the channel. All of this really makes a difference. See you guys later with more gaming content.